Hey guys, how's it going? I'm freaking out right now, but you can call me Ellis or Furby, whatever you'd like, and welcome to a little mod showcase review kind of deal. This mod that we're going to be looking at is the Enderstuff mod, and I thought it appropriate for my next mod review to do one that has to do with the Ender, with the, the end and Enderman, considering we are the Enders, so I thought that would be pretty cool. And this one covers, it has quite a few things. It's got a few new mobs and a few new items and all that good stuff. So let's jump right into it. So the first thing I want to show you is the Ender Pet Staff, which is made with an Eye of Ender on top, a gold ingot in the middle, and a stick on the bottom. Basically what this is going to allow you to do is tame 2 of the mobs in this mod pack, which is pretty cool, that you can tame the Endermiss and the Ender Avis, both of which I will show you later. The next thing is the Avis compass, which is at this point it is broken in the mod. Not really sure why, but what it basically would allow you to do is once you got 4 Avis feathers and you stuck it around a compass in a crafting table, you could use it to find Avis eggs, which you could hatch into baby pet Avises for you. And you would have to, the way they're hatched is by putting them in a completely dark area and letting them hatch. So basically no light and they'll hatch. Now the next thing is this Ender Flesh, and Ender Flesh, just the normal one, is dropped by nearly every Ender mob, nearly every mob in this mod pack. And so what it does is it's going to give you 4 random effects. They can be positive or negative. But if you put 4 Ender Pearls in the crafting table around this Ender Flesh, it'll give you only positive effects. So it could give you, like speed, strength, all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. And then if you want to take this tier 2 Ender Flesh and stick it in the middle of 4 Eyes of Enders this time, it'll give you tier 3 Ender Flesh, which is positive effects for 4 times the duration. So I don't actually know how long these last, but these will last much longer. So that's really cool. It is night here. Now the next thing we're going to look at is the Neobium ingots. And these guys are new to the mod. They add in a new ore called Neobium. Yeah. Oops, open that. You shouldn't have seen that. Naughty. And so basically they are found in the end, and they're actually, what's really cool about them is they're immune to the Ender Dragon. So technically you could build a base out of Neobium ore. Anyways. They work like normal ingots. They can be made into a block, like a diamond block or a iron block, and they can also be put into the crafting table to be made back into their ingots. So that's really cool. Now the first really changing item is the Biome changer. Speaking of changing, and it is made kind of like an enchantment table with 4 obsidian, 2 blocks of Neobium this time, and an Eye of Ender on top. And this guy's really cool, and I'll show you what he does. All right, so the Biome changer is I've never actually seen something like it before, and I think it's pretty cool. Basically what it does is exactly what it sounds like. It's going to change the biome that you want, and it needs fuel to do that though. So you can either use 16 diamonds, 32 Neobium, 32 gold, 64 emeralds. I feel like emeralds should be they should be harder to find, so you should need less of them, but it's whatever. And then you can change it to any of these. You can change it to plains, desert, extreme hills, forest, taiga, swampland, hell, sky, ice plains, mushroom island, jungle. So let's go ahead and give it a little bit of fuel, and let's choose I don't know, desert. Okay, so that should oh there we go. That's the button. If I go ahead and press that, it will send up a little beam into the sky. It's gonna call down its alien friends, and it should start changing the ground around it. Now for whatever reason, I believe because of just the world that I am on, it's not gonna actually change it to the sand that I assumed it would, or it might actually just be this is the kind that it changes it to. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't messed around with it that much, but we could try changing it to let me turn you off, and then let's change you to swampland. So I'm pretty sure it just changes the ground. Yeah, so it does just change the ground. It's not gonna change it to sand or anything, but it changes the type of ground that's on. So look, now we can have 3 different little rings, and there's a little purple thing going around it. It's like, ha, look at me, I'm purple. Anyways, you can also, excuse me, you can change it to how big you want. So you can make it huge, or you can make it just, small, like I had 16. And then you can change it to a circular, square, or rhombic. Rhombic. That's pretty funny word, I have to say. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. Alright, so the next thing here is the Duplicator, and this in my opinion is a little bit overpowered, but it's not that bad. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to get some endstone, and you're going to put 6 endstone in here with a block of diamond in the middle and 2 blocks of neobium. And I'll just grab this one. Basically what this guy does is obviously exactly what it sounds like. It duplicates stuff. So if you want to, say, grab some mossy, let's do mossy cobblestone. What you do is you stick 2 of them in here. You're going to stick a fuel, like the one over there, and then it should start to duplicate. So it's got to be one of those fuels that we saw with the biome changer. But what it does is, depending on which fuel you use, it will give you a different amount of duplicated things. So iron ingot's going to give you 2, emerald's going to give you 4, gold is going to give you 8, neobium ingot is going to give you 8, and diamond is going to give you 8. But the thing is, what you have to do is you have to put it's going to give you like an extra one plus your 2 back. So basically, if you put 2 stacks in, it's going to give you 3 stacks out. So it's like 1 + 1 = 3, basically, is the math behind it. So yeah, that's a pretty sick item. Now the 2 items that we can actually use from this mod are the Neobium bow and the Avis arrow. And the Neobium bow, is made, it's the same recipe as a normal bow, but it uses Neobium ingots instead of sticks. And what it does is it has twice the durability, and it charges up twice as fast, so it's a quicker shot. And then this Avis arrow is really sick. It's made with an Eye of Ender on top, a stick in the middle, and an Avis feather on the bottom. And what it does is it actually negates the effects of gravity. So basically you can do this. Also, it poisons upon hit. So he's just gonna start dying. Oh, yeah. So it just goes forever, and then it just hurts them a little bit. So that's really sick. You can kind of just spam it like this. Like, oh my god. I can actually just spam it. Be free, my friends. So the first mob I want to show you guys is the Endermiss, and as you can see, I kind of spawned a few around here. They do hold a red rose in their hand, but if you give them dandelions, oh, you ran away. I guess we're gonna have to spawn a bunch of you. If you give them dandelions, they do eventually become your friend, and they will start holding. Why won't you love me? Alright, so if we just give this one, there we go. My name is blah 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 blah, and you are my friend. I have 100% health. So what we can do once I've gotten this one as my friend, see she has the yellow dandelion in her hand. I can right click on her with the Ender Pet staff, and I can rename her. So I'm gonna make you Princess Potato, just for the hell of it. So now if we right click on her, with anything that says my name is Princess Potato. I have 100% health and you're my friend. You can also mount her. So yeah, it's weird. So the other things you can do include making her sit down. So she will sit and that is super awkward, but she will sit and wait like a dog and just follow you around. You can make her stand back up, or you can put her into an egg, which is going to look like this, that has spawned, tamed Endermiss, 100% health, has special skin. No, it's just got all these different things. And then if I go ahead and use this, she will spawn, and now I can make a ton of them. Oh my god. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, so the next mob is the Ender Nevis, and he basically spawn a bunch of them. He basically looks like a really weird white Enderman. He carries an iron sword and has 4 arms with some like jackalope legs, kind of. I think he looks like the coolest one out of this thing, because I mean, look at him. I mean, he has 4 arms. Look at those legs, man. Look at them. And if you kill him, he drops the Nevis Pearl, which will, thanks for already doing it, man, freeze water when walked across. And obviously, as you can tell, they freeze water when they walk across it or teleport across it. They can also carry blocks, but they are super sensitive to fire. So lava makes them really easy to kill, whereas the Enderman is super sensitive to water. So yeah. So I forgot to mention that the Ender Nevis actually is found in the snow-covered biomes, generally in the caves. but you can find them at night in other places. Now, the opposite of the Nevis is the Ignis, which has no legs, so it kind of looks like a ghost, and it has this particle effect around it. Now, these guys can be found in the Nether, which I think is pretty cool because it adds a Nether mod, as well as, to the rest of the places. And it can be found at night or in the caves in a desert. So they usually have iron swords, which most of these guys have. And when they're killed upon death, they drop the Ignis Pearl, which will melt ice or turn obsidian to lava, which I think is pretty sick. So it's got some cool abilities that these pearls use, which is nice because, the Ender Pearl drops the teleporting one, and that's pretty cool. Also, it will just set fire to things. I'm not sure why it's not working right now, but it does have some pretty sick effects. Now here's the Ender Avis, the bird that I've been talking all about. It kind of looks like a turkey, kind of like an evil turkey that wants to kill you with some gnarly leggings on, or knee-high socks. It's a passive mob. It will die to water, as most Ender things do. And it spawns in hill biomes when it's dark. So that's where you're going to go looking for them if you want to find Avis feathers. And so when you kill them, they give you Avis feathers, but when you attack them, they will just try and kill you, and they give you nausea and poison effects if they hit you, so that's really bad. But the Avis feathers are cool because you can give them to your Endermiss, so she won't get fall damage, or you can use them with a compass to make that Avis compass that I was showing you, so you can find an Avis egg and hatch your own pet. Now, I should probably talk a little bit about this Avis egg that I have been talking about, just so you get a general idea of what it is. They're found in these things called Avis nests in the extreme hills biome, and when you're using your Avis compass, it will actually point towards a nearby egg in one of these nests, and if none are nearby, it just spins in circles. So that's why it was spinning in circles, as we saw. There will be many Avis attacking you when you try and go and kill it, or when you try and go and grab it, but in these nests, the Avises will just spawn and spawn as long as there's not enough light. So it's like a mini spawner. Once you have grabbed the egg, there will be a chest as well, and you can loot. And then when you take the egg home, if you want to hatch it, you need to put it in a completely dark room, and it will eventually hatch. So the last thing, and possibly most scary thing in this mod, is the Ender Ray. And this guy is found only in the end, so it's kind of a pain if you're trying to kill the Ender Dragon, because he will, look at him, he's just so funny, he will shoot projectiles at you, and so basically they're like the End's Ghast, except for the fact that they will chase you, which is quite obnoxious. So if we just go ahead and spawn a bunch of these in. Do you hear that noise? That's just like a Ender Ghast noise, so that's pretty gnarly. That looks really sick, actually, to be able to see those. They do drop Ender Flesh upon death, but other than that, they're pretty much there to just fuck up your day, man. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy. It was quite the expansive mod. I like it because it adds a bunch of mobs as well as items and this new ore which you can get. So I hope this was informative, and you learned something about it in case you're wanting to use it. If you did enjoy, it would be much appreciated if you could hit that thumbs up button, so it lets me know that you did, and it helps me out, as well as if you haven't already, subscribing so you can tune when my new videos come out. So yeah, this was my 100th video, and I thought I should do something a little special about it, so I chose to do an Ender mod, because like I said, we are the Enders. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. I'm on an Endermiss.